Hello everybody, my name is Larx, and welcome back to Let's Play Dream Daddy. Last we left off, we hung out with Damien and had some afternoon tea, and then also helped him with an incident with his brother and not his brother, his son with his confrontation with Hugo's son Ernest. Wow, I'm starting off this episode with a bang. But anyway, aside from my brain not working, we have a notification from Matt, so let's see what that is. Hey Larx, what are your feelings about poker? Beyond hardly knowing her. Poker? I hardly know her. There it is. Well, good talk. Wait, I actually like poker. I just saw the joke and I had to take the shot. Please, Matt, I'm a dad. I'm contractually obligated. No, I get that. Anyway, we've been playing weekly poker games and I figured I should send an invite your way. That sounds great. I love losing money. Cool, dude. See you soon. Alright, let's lose that money! And hopefully my brain works the rest of this episode. Matt invited me to a poker night at Joseph's house. I put on my going out coat and walk over. Across the way I spot Matt, who's walking over from his own house. He's got a case of beer under his arm. Crap, I should have brought something.
Oh.
Hey, man. Crap, I should have brought something. No worries, man. It's your first time. Just bring a full wallet. How long have you guys been at this for? Years, buddy. Just a nice way to keep in touch with the guys. It's never really high stakes. We pass through the fence enclosed in Joseph's backyard. Craig, Brian, and Joseph hover around the patio, drinking beer and chatting. Robert sits in the corner, brooding as usual.
Oh.
Ah, Larx. Glad you could make it.
Oh.
So am I. I'm psyched to take all your money. Wow, Craig, thanks. Ah, just like old times. Ah, Craig's the resident shock. We prefer the term person who's good at poker. I'm well aware. Craig's always been suspiciously good at poker.
Hmm?
Are you still as terrible as you were in college? Poker face. Hey, I wasn't terrible. I'm not bad at poker. I'm definitely good at poker.
Oh.
Everyone stares at me. Okay, maybe that was a little defensive. Okay, I'm bad at poker.
Hey.
There's no way you're as bad as Joseph. Joseph shrugs.
Hey.
This is basically my teething. I'm giving back to the community. Tithing, sorry. Plus, I'm happy to just sit here and eat all of Brian's snacks.
Oh.
Guess who brought pigs in a blanket? Not Craig.
Hmm?
Hey, my chia seed and granola energy bars are just as delicious. Everybody laughs. Let's just get the game going.
Aye.
We all take a seat at the table and Matt starts dealing cards. The first couple rounds go by easily as I'm getting the hang of things, but it's obvious that Craig is running the show here. Craig, how did you get so good at the Joseph's tell? Everything. Literally everything. That man is an open book. He couldn't lie if he tried. Well, at least I have God on my side.
Oh.
See, you can't even say that with a straight face. What about Robert?
Hmm.
Honestly, man's an enigma. Robert raises his glass of whiskey to us in solemn salute.
Hmm?
I think he wiped the floor with us if he actually tried.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here because I enjoy the company.
Oh.
Robert pulls out his phone and stares at it.
Oh.
Robert, is that a flip phone? Yeah.
Nice.
What? Are you a drug dealer now?
Hey.
Yeah. What do you need? Horse? Speed? Did you want a Johnny's? I can get you the street stuff easy. But if you're looking for something exotic, or designers that's maybe 72 hours a favor called, maybe I won't need you today. Maybe I won't need you tomorrow. But someday. Oh, I don't really. I think I'm good. Right.
Oh.
But still, if you got the coin, I got the goods. I dropped my phone in the toilet, and this is backup until I can get it replaced under warranty. Everyone murmurs their sympathies. We've all been there. We go back to playing. I really gotta stop eating these pigs in the blankets. Pigs in blankets? I don't know, but they're very good. I think there might be cheese in them.
Huh?
Ugh, I don't know if I got enough to raise you on this round. You can always bet your firstborn.
Hey.
If you think you can handle another one, be my guest. Briar and Hazel are a handful, to say the least. Buddy, you think 3 kids is a handful? Try 4. I'm operating at 100% dad capacity at all times. Actually, it's technically 5. Christine saw a commercial for one of those dolls that poop and wouldn't stop asking for it. We ended up getting it for her, but her birthday, but she's so grossed out by the fake baby poop that she makes me change his diapers. So now I'm changing the real baby and the fake baby.
Oh.
There's just a lot of poop in my household right now. Ah, Daisy got one of those a while back. One night, I walk in on her after she tried to take the doll apart to see how the poop mechanism worked. But then she couldn't put it back together and started crying. Poop everywhere. Fake poop, but still. That reminds me of... Wait, do we all have poop doll stories? Everyone nods in agreement. Guys, I really don't need any more poop in my life than there already is. Can we just get back to poker and not talk about poop? Oh, Craig. Matt deals another hand and we quickly forget about the poop. We run out of pigs and blankets, so we switch over to Craig's healthy snack food. It actually isn't terrible.
Hey.
These kale chips are phenomenal. We should sell these at the coffee shop.
Oh.
Ah, it's my own recipe. I'd be happy to give it to you guys.
Hey.
I can see it now. Here's the kale chips.
Oh.
Here's the Veil as a popular post-hardcore screamo band out of San Diego. We all look at Matt confused. It's maybe not any of your wheelhouses.
Nice.
How's the shop nowadays?
Hey.
Busy as ever. I'm toying with the idea of hiring on another person to work the counter, but I haven't found a good candidate.
Hey,
If Amanda's looking for a summer gig, let me know. That's really nice of you. But I think she's been burned too badly by coffee shops before. Literally, not figuratively.
Hey.
Matt cocks his head to the side. I'll ask her, though. We get down to the final hand of the night, and it's Craig in the lead by a landslide. Joseph has long since lost all of his chips and has taken to tidying up, refusing any help from the rest of us. Brian deals us all cards. So, what's it gonna take for Robert to give a damn on this round? Robert looks up from his half-empty glass of whiskey. Do you really want to unleash the beast? Well, now I'm curious. I got a long history of being a gambling man, but I'll only do it if you make it interesting. None of this penny chip nonsense. I got a Lily's 18-year-old single blend sitting in my closet right now. Was saving it for River turns 21, but I'm willing to put it up as collateral.
So.
Now you're talking my language. He throws the keys to his truck on the table. She's seen better days, but she can still pull a tree trunk out of the ground. Nope.
Hey.
Myself and everyone else at the table immediately folds. Deal the cards, Bree guy. Are you guys sure you wanna...
Oh.
You heard the man. Deal.
Hey.
Brian deals the next round of cards. Craig stares daggers at Robert, who casually sips his whiskey. So, I know what you might be thinking. Robert put his old workhouse up for grabs. His only mode of transportation. At times in his life, his only home. How could he be so sure of his abilities in gambling? I'll tell you right now, Craig. I wasn't always like this. I was a lot like you. Smart, talented, cocksure of my own luck. Great biceps. But it didn't last long, though. I lost everything in a game of Pai Gow in the back room of a Shizen tea house on what I thought was a 3-day business trip. Everything gone. Clothes, money, identification, you name it. I woke up in a ditch near Jiaju Park and had to make my life new from there. It took me 3 years to beg, borrow, and steal my way back to American soil. And in those 3 years, I saw the greatest depths of human fear. Love deeper than I ever had. And lost it all many times, moreover.
Oh.
I've seen my own death, Craig. I know how I die. It's not like this.
Hey.
So let's make this more interesting.
Mm.
Robert produces the deed to his house from his jacket and tosses it on the table.
Oh.
All I have and all I am. Are you prepared to go the distance?
Oh.
Craig wipes the sweat from his brow. He studies Robert's face intently, searching for any sort of tell that can find. Robert casually sips his whiskey again. I fold.
Hey.
Everyone erupts.
Oh.
Fine, fine. Whiskey's yours. And that's why you don't dance with the devil.
Oh.
Ah, so what was it? Were you bluffing or did you have the cards? That's for me to take to my grave, fellas.
Oh.
Next week, boys?
Hey.
Next week.
Hey.
You got it.
Hey.
I'll be there. Mm-hmm. Sure thing. This has been very relaxing. I sincerely doubt I'll wake up in a cold sweat thinking about it tonight. Keep working on that poker face, Larx. We all say our goodbyes and head our separate ways. Well, that was kind of interesting. Everyone kind of like getting together.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Alright, so our last hangout was with Damien. We pretty much hanged out with Craig, Matt, Brian, and Hugo as well. So we only have 2 people left to go on a first hangout. And that's Joseph and Robert. I'm gonna be kind of honest. I am really, really intrigued by Robert. So let's go on a hangout with Robert and see how that goes. I have a feeling with Roberts, with much of the experience we've had, the conversations we've had with him, we're gonna have to be out of our comfort zone, and it's gonna be a lot different from any other hangouts we've been on. All right, so Robert Small. When the internet gains sentience and just tries to destroy us all, you know it will use this information against us, right? On a Friday night, you are most likely to make a deal in an alleyway. Have it go badly, who's the cop? Was it Giacomo? I trusted Giacomo. If you had one thing to take with you on a desert island, what would it be? A gun. What are your turn-ons? Don't talk to me. What did you want to be when you grew up? A grifter. What's your favorite movie genre? Italian neorealism. What's your ideal date? Grave robbing. Okay. What do you never leave home without? At least 4 knives. I spent a lot of time thinking about, you ever really look into a rabid animal's eyes? Uh-huh. Okay. Well, on that note, let's shoot Robert a message. I have a feeling this is going to be really, really interesting. Robert was pretty nice. A little odd, but nice. And ruggedly handsome. We should hang out. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey Robert, good seeing you again at the cookout. Wanna grab a drink? I sit there for a couple seconds hoping he'll message me back. Hey, it says that he read my message. I anxiously wait for a response. Well, let's not waste our time waiting for someone to respond. Let's watch some cat videos on the internet because that is really important. I start down a rabbit hole of cat videos and Robert quickly vanishes from my mind. I didn't realize how long I've been doing this, but by the time I watch maybe my 30th cat video, Robert pops back into my head. I jump back over to Dadbook to see if he's responded yet. Nothing. Oh, well, I guess the guy's busy. I might as well make the best of my day. I get up, walk to the living room, then sit down and turn on the TV. Let's watch the game show. It seems like we've done a lot of history and food, so let's do a game show. Oh, Family Fortune's on. All right, Nicole. Your parents are in the lead and it's up to you to win it big. Are you ready? I'm ready. They hook the contestant up to a lie detector in front of her parents. Who is your favorite parent? My mom? Oh, sorry, incorrect. Next question. If both of your parents were hanging off the edge of a cliff, which would you save? This is terrible. I love it. I lose several hours to whatever the hell that was. Sigh and I get up and walk around my house. My stomach rumbles. Time for lunch, huh? Well, I guess it's time for old Chef Shallow to cook a gourmet delicacy. I walk over to the refrigerator and open the door. Mustard jar, microwave. Let's make a sandwich. I make a sandwich in its entirety while standing there. Who needs plates? A sandwich, a lost art. I admire my work for a second before I clumsily drop the entire thing on the floor. No! I look around and remember that Amanda's not home. This is still good. Oh, Larx, no. 5-second rule, right? I reassemble my sandwich, peeling pickles off the floor and putting them back where they belong. In my mouth. Gross. Wait, I'm a wreck. And that's why we love you, Larx. I finish my snack and walk around the house some more, bored. When's Amanda coming home? Oh, I just remembered something. When we were packing up the old house, we found an old basketball hoop that would hang off the door. It would really bring the living room together. I wonder where I put that. I spend a couple minutes poking around the new place until I find it. After installing it above one of the doors in the living room, I'm ready to dunk. Come on and slam! I take a leap from the free throw line and rocket that sucker down the net. The crowd goes wild. And welcome to the jam! I pull up from the three-point line, breaking ankles and sinking a fadeaway. And I forgot the rest of the words of the song. No look behind the back hook shot. Everyone's on their feet. Something something Space Jam! I manage to just barely defeat myself at horse before Amanda comes home. Then we cook dinner together. We're proud of ourselves for not even coming close to burning down the house. Well, that's good. Afterward, Amanda and I dig into a carton of ice cream over an episode of Chopped Toddler Tournament. What you have in front of you is a molecularly deconstructed sweet potato with a brown sugar demi-glace with creme fraiche, of course. This is literally a jar of baby food. The toddler immediately bursts into tears. Are we bad people for watching this? Yes. Just then my computer dings. Huh? What's that? Oh, you probably just got a message. Amanda and I walk over to the computer and check Dad Book. It's a message from Robert. You up? What you doing? Oh, what does that mean? What you doing? What am I doing? You're just chilling. Yeah. Let's just say I'm just chilling. I type back, just chillin'. Amanda deletes the G and hits send. Huh. It'll make you look cooler. A couple moments pass by. Another message pops up. Wanna grab a drink? Hey, that means he wants to hang out! I know what that means, Amanda. But it's kinda late. Come on, Pops, live a little. I am living with ice cream and traumatized toddlers. Well, it's your life, but I think you'll have a lot of fun tonight. You are trying to get to know the neighbors better, aren't you? Ugh, fine. I type back a message to Robert, asking him for details, and he tells me to meet him at Jim and Kim's. Well, don't wait up for me. I never do. I throw on a nice jacket and run out the door. It's only a short walk to Jim and Kim's, and it's a beautiful night. I walk into the bar and see the usual crowd of barflies drinking beer and watching sports. I spot Robert at the back of the bar and wave hi as I walk over. Hey man, how's it going? Hey buddy. Ah, ahoy there, Skipper. Robert and Mary are here? Uh-oh. I brought Mary along. Figured we need a drinking buddy. Uh-oh. Oh man, I was excited to get to know Robert a little better. Now I have to deal with this weird married lady making passes at me? Don't look so scared, kiddo. We're just having a drink.
Oh.
Yeah, speaking of which, I think it's time for the first round. What are you having? Beer, something tropical, whiskey straight up. Well, knowing Robert from when we last talked to him, he likes whiskey. So, let's have a whiskey straight up. Ah, dad after my own heart, huh? Robert orders 3 shots of whiskey and passes them between us. Well, this wasn't how I expected my night to be going. Here's to bad decisions and relaxed moral values, fellas. What have I gotten myself into? We all knock back the shots. I almost choke on the whiskey as it burns down my throat. Holy hell, that was a kick. I look over at Robert and Mary, who seem like old pros at this. Robert grabs his jacket and throws it on. Well, let's get marching. What?
Oh.
The night's young, Chief. Come on, we're bar hopping. Oh. Alright. We leave the bar and start walking down the street. I still don't know this area of town very well, so I just follow Robert. So where are we headed?
Hey.
Irish Eye we're drinking. It's an Irish pub. A good pun is the whiskey to my heart. Ugh. Puns are the lowest form of humor, Larx. Try harder. Ouch. I'm gonna be the butt of the joke all night. Jeez, Mary, put your fangs away for a second. We walk into Irish Eye we're drinking. The bar is pretty much the same as Jim and Kim's, except for the old-timey Irish memorabilia on the wall. Next round. What are you having? Well, whiskey hasn't failed me yet. Ha, let's do it. Robert orders 3 more glasses of whiskey and we post up in a garnished green booth. Mary slides in and settles up next to Robert, which makes me breathe a sigh of relief. Let's sip this one, why don't we?
Hey.
Suit yourself. Mary immediately downs her shot in one gulp and burps loudly. That'll put hair on your chest. You are truly the paragon of grace and beauty. Mary grabs my drink and sips on it. Hey!
Hey.
Larx, be a dear and get us another round, will you?
Hey.
I don't know how to process this evening at all. I get up and order another round of drinks from the bartender. As I head back, I see Mary and Robert having a lively conversation. Robert roars with laughter. I don't think I've ever seen the guy smile, let alone laugh. I take a seat across the booth from them and pass out the drinks.
Hey.
So Edith's kid snuck some pod brownies under the table at the last bake sale, right? And I spot that little hemp sweatshirt gremlin in the act. So I go up to Edith with the baggie and I'm about to tell her, when all of a sudden she just freaks out at me. You're ruining the bake sale, she says. I should have been PTA president. Your roots are blad and blah blah blah. So what'd you do? I told her to have a brownie and that everything was gonna be fine. They both erupt in laughter. I politely follow along with the story. She ate 3. More laughter. Okay, that was actually pretty funny. She called the cops and told them that time had stopped.
Oh.
Come on.
Oh, that was me? Oh. I guess Lars was just like really, really into the story. Mary looks directly at me. Do you smoke weed? What?
Hey.
You know, the devil's lettuce. I
Hey.
I have two big fat blunts in my purse right now. Wanna blaze? Uh, I have a feeling Mary is just joking. Um, I am a law-abiding citizen. Weed is legal in Massachusetts. Then I am a super law-abiding citizen. Robert giggles helplessly.
Hmm.
I'm just kidding, cowboy. Lay off the kid, Mary. He may not be used to your brand of humor. I had a feeling she was kidding.
Hmm.
Fine, fine.
Hmm.
We sit around and sip our drinks, people watching, cracking jokes. After a little bit of time, I begin to warm up to Mary. Her jokes become much funnier and much less scary. But it seems like she's not going anywhere anytime soon. I just want some alone time with Robert. I wonder if I can get her to leave somehow. Isn't Joseph wondering where you are? That's eligible. Well, I got the next round, so why don't you get the next round, Mary? You trying to ditch me, pal? No. Because if you're trying to ditch me, you can just tell me to scram. I just... No. No. It's fine. Larx want alone time with his new best buddy, Robert. Read you loud and clear. The wingman breaks formation to pursue their prey.
Hmm.
Now, if you fellas will excuse me, Mary needs to sink her teeth into a helpless boy. Go with God. Nice seeing you.
Ugh.
Deuces, nerds. Mary gets up and saunters over to a younger-looking guy at the bar.
Oh.
She grows on you. Does she, though? I feel like she kind of delights in making men suffer.
Ah.
Well, she does. What's about her and Joseph? What about him? They're married, and she definitely tried to get in my pants the other night, and I gestured to her across the bar, where she's making goo-goo eyes at the young guy from before. He looks like he's being held hostage.
Hey.
Oh, that's just the thing she does. She's harmless. Tell that to the boy she's hanging off of. Poor kid looks like he's seen war. Robert lets out a hearty laugh. Hey, I got him to laugh. Aw, man, I pegged you for one of those straight-laced types. Oh, don't worry. I got pretty wild back in my day. Still got a little wild in you? There's so much wild in me. I have a child I need to care for! No. Let's just say you know it. Robert orders a couple more rounds of shots. I gulp. What am I getting myself into? Think you can go shot for shot? There's only one way to look cool here. I grab the shot closest to me and down it. Robert looks impressed. He takes his shot and knocks it back. That's one. So, what do we even talk about? He's so cool, and he probably hates small talk. So how are things? I hate small talk. Okay. Too many people, and this isn't necessarily you, but too many people think they have to fill the dead air with noise. Personally, I think they're afraid of the silence. Or they're afraid of what the other person is going to think of the silence.
Hey.
If you want some unsolicited advice, just learn to be comfortable with silence. Nothing wrong with two people sitting in silence and drinking whiskey. Oh, alright.
Oh.
Robert and I sit in silence and drink whiskey. I take in the rest of the bar. Patrons laughing, playing darts, spilling beer. Mary giving the hard sell to that young man. The young man pretending he got a phone call from one of his friends. Huh. Maybe silence is nice sometimes. So you ever kill a man? I choke on my drink. Yeah, that's an icebreaker. Excuse me? Watch the life drain from someone's eyes. It's not just their life, It's their hopes and dreams drain away. Every memory and experience they have ever had, gone. No.
Oh.
Great, me neither. What? Robert knocks back his shot and motions for me to do the same. I reciprocate.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just messing with you. Relax. I laugh nervously. Or am I? I laugh nervously. Again. We sip more whiskey and people watch some more. Mary has her sights set on another man after the other one excused himself to the bathroom, and I assumed crawled out the window. Gosh, this whiskey's hitting me hard. Ha, you betcha. Robert gets out of the booth, shouldering his jacket. Let's roll. Sorry, whiskey. Inside voices. Let's roll. Wait, what about Mary? Brother, Mary is gonna be just fine. I look over at Mary, who's lying on the bar in front of some poor sap. She's singing happy birthday to him while he insists that it's not his birthday. We make our way out of the bar and back onto the street. I'm trying my hardest not to stumble, but man, that sidewalk is just coming right at me. I hope Robert doesn't notice me tripping over my own feet like this is the first time I've ever been drunk. Oh, where to? You'll see. I follow Robert through street lamp spotlights until we eventually arrive at a rundown strip mall. There's a beauty salon, a sex shop, a computer repair store that looks like it's been closed for 10 years, and finally a liquid store.
Hey.
Wait here. I'll be right back. After a minute, Robert returns with 2 wine bottles in brown paper bags. He hands one to me. Cheers. He sits on the curb and drinks. He motions for me to do the same. This is really not where I expected the night to go. I take a sip. White Zinfandel? What? Nothing. I just wasn't expecting. It is delicious, fruity, and refreshing. Don't judge me. I start to say something, think of his lecture about valuing silence earlier, and stop. I sip on wine and watch cars drive by. Let's throw rocks at shit. What? Robert suddenly hurls a rock at a stop sign. The ding echoes throughout the empty parking lot. Ah, that felt good. He presses a stone into my free hand. Now you try. I don't know. With feeling. I look at the rock in my hand and look at the stop sign. Back at the rock. Back at the stop sign. I know it has to be done. I got a problem with authority. I hurled the rock at the sign. It sails over the stop sign right into the window of a parked car, leaving a crack. Oh, great!
Whoa, whoa.
Dude, run! I leap up and dart into the nearest alley, wine in hand. I could hear Robert's footsteps behind me. After I'm sure I'm far enough away from the cracked window that I'm no longer culpable for his heinous crime, I stop to catch my breath.
Oh?
Maybe we struck right throwing from the to-do list. Agreed. Suddenly my stomach growls. Oh man, I am starving. Let's get pizza. I can't argue with that. Where's good around here? Actually, I don't even care if it's good. It just needs to be edible and in my mouth in the next 5 minutes. I know just the place. I follow Robert through a maze of alleys and side streets until we eventually end up in front of a tiny hole-in-the-wall pizza joint. The bright red neon sign reads, Pete's Piece of Pizza. Wow, try saying that 3 times. Ta-da! I can see a few exhausted-looking workers behind the counter tossing dough and pulling piping hot pizzas right out of stone ovens. My stomach rumbles again. We go up to the counter and get ready to order.
Oh.
Can I get 2 slices of Hawaiian pizza? Oh, wait, Larx, you're cool with pineapple on your pizza, right? Actually, I have no issue with pineapple on pizza, so yeah.
Hey.
We wait a minute for our pizza to come out of the oven. I'm practically drooling at the smell. The cashier hands us each a giant slice on a paper plate so saturated with grease that I'm worried it will fall apart. We take our pizzas outside and wander through the alleyways as we eat. I take a bite. It's absolutely delicious. Pineapple is truly the best pizza topping. You said it. Man, I feel way better now.
Mmm.
You and me both. We hear noise coming out of a slightly ajar door in the alleyway. Robert looks at me excitedly.
Mm-hmm.
Got any more of that wild in you? I left my daughter to go home to make sure that she's alright. You betcha. Good on ya. Robert and I slide the door open and peek inside. It's completely dark except for some flickering light. We slowly creep forward, cautious not to be heard or seen. Shh. Don't shush me so loud. Shh. We come to the end of the hallway and find ourselves standing in front of a movie screen. Oh, this suddenly makes sense. Did we really just sneak into a movie theater like a couple of teenagers? No talking during the movie. We look into the audience, surprised to find it's almost completely empty, save for a row of few teenagers in the front. They look annoyed when they notice us. Robert starts making his way to the very back of the theater, and I follow him. We settle in with our wines and try to make sense of the movie. It's a romantic comedy, I think. A young man is frantically trying to get through New York to find the woman that he's finally realized he's in love with. Ah, kiss already! There's nobody to kiss yet. You want him to kiss the taxi driver? Hell yeah. The kids down the way notice us heckling. One of them speaks up. Hey man, keep it down. Oh damn, that's Ernest Hemingway, Hugo's kid. Hey, Ernest! Hey Ernest, I know you! It's me, your neighbor! Hi! Ernest turns back around, embarrassed. I turn back to Robert. He kissed anyone yet? It turns out that yes, he did kiss someone. He made his way out to a tiny island near New York to profess his love for a woman who for some reason he knew would be there. She tells him that they hit the jackpot. He said that they had, but I think that was some subtext I'm missing here. Boo, love is dead. Shut up, it's beautiful. No, you shut up. Whoa. Ernest grumbles. The credits start to roll. I stand up. Robert immediately pulls me back down. Hundreds of people worked very hard to make this film happen. You're going to sit here and appreciate them. Oh, okay. Look at that. Elizabeth Shelton. She worked really hard. I bet she did lots of good wardrobe design. Thank you, Elizabeth Shelton, for this beautiful film-going experience. And Peter Anders, catering, fed a bunch of people so they could have the energy to do their jobs. What a guy. We let the credits roll while Robert individually thanks every member of the crew. Once it's finally over and he makes sure no animals were harmed in the making of this film, we leave the movie theater. We stumble into the theater parking lot, polishing off the rest of our wine. Hey assholes! Out of nowhere, a rock flies through the air and hits me on the knee. Ah, my knee! What the hell? Ernest and his friends stand in the alleyway, blocking our exit. Oh, what do you guys want? Why'd you go and throw a rock at my knee? This is my good knee. My orthopedist is gonna be pissed. Ernest tosses another rock up and down his hands. What's wrong with this kid? You ruined my theater-going experience. Now you have to pay. Oh. Well, I don't have any cash on me right now, and movies got really expensive. Ernest hucks another rock at my other knee. I'm able to jump out of the way, but I didn't properly stretch for physical activity, and I'm probably going to feel super sore in the morning. Ha, we ruined it for you? That movie was pretty crappy in the first place. Hey, you take that back. That was a beautiful love story with really genuine acting. You call that good acting? What classless mainstream slop have you been served your entire life? What?
Whoa, whoa.
Have you ever seen any Michael Powell? A Matter of Life and Death, 1946? Easily the toughest 5 minutes of love you'll ever witness. Listen, man. No, you listen. That popcorn-ass drivel the mass media is shoving down your throat will only make you dumber and sadder. You of all people should strive for a higher standard in the art you consume. Your name is Ernest Hemingway, for Christ's sakes. Oh, no. Oh, no, now you've done it. Ernest rushes Robert, screaming like a banshee. Ah! I dive between Ernest and Robert, trying to stop the kid. He lunges forward and kicking me as hard as he can in the knee. Ow, my knee!
How dare you?
Robert gets in between Ernest and myself. It's as if he's seeing red. My knee hurts.
Excuse me, friend.
Alright, buddy. Talk like punk, get hit like a punk. Robert squares up into a boxer stance. Queensberry rules. 3-minute rounds with 1-minute resists in between. No low blows, fish hooks, eye grabs or high blows. What? And don't even think about pulling an illegal turnstile. That's an automatic deduction of 3 points.
How dare you?
You'll have to designate a second if you're unable to fill your role as main duelist. One of your friends over there looks like he has enough youthful vivacity to handle it. Hey man, I don't want to get dragged into this. That movie sucked.
Oh.
It's too late. You two are bloodbound. If he dies, you die. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Talk to Queensberry. We're just gonna go. Ernest and his friends warily back away. Robert calls after them. The Queensberry Association will hear about this and consume better content. Once the teens are safely out of earshot, Robert turns to me. Were you about to actually fight that kid? Are you kidding me? I would never hit a child. That would be despicable. You throw the rules at them, though, they always bolt. Nobody wants a Queensberry sanctioned throwdown. But full disclosure, I made half of that up. Wow.
Hey.
See, you don't even have to know the rules. You just make them up. Come on, let's get out of here.
How dare you?
Robert and I cooled down a bit as we walked back to the neighborhood. I'm so sorry, I got really into the art of filmmaking when I drink. That's okay. I think it's cool how much you like movies. To be honest, I don't know a lot about them myself. Buddy, I got so much to show you. You ever seen any Sam Fuller? I haven't. Fuller is cash. Thanks for the adventure. Thanks for defending my honor. Thanks for the dinner and a movie. Thanks for the adventure. Adventure is all I got, buddy. Robert throws an arm around my shoulder, and we drunkenly belt out tunes all the way back. We finally get to his doorstep. This was an interesting night. I liked it. A smile forms on his cheeks. A rare sight.
Oh boy.
Let's hang again soon, yeah? Yeah. I lingered there for a second, swaying drunkenly in the night breeze. Robert claps me on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Night, bud. Robert heads back inside and I stumble my way back home. Date complete.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Wow, we got a rank S. Oh, okay. Baby booner, bonding, paranoia, crime, vandalism, and bad ideas. Yeah, I had a feeling that Robert's hangout was gonna be pushing us out of our comfort zone because he's not like the other dads, you know, and him kind of seeing him hang out with Mary is also pretty interesting too, and it kind of gave me more of an insight on Mary, but not enough for me to be like, what's going on between Joseph and Mary? So maybe when we actually go on our date with Joseph, we'll be able to understand. But I think Robert got Larx out of his comfort zone. I think you get to see a different side, which I really like.
You've got dads.
It really showed like a different, view of everything because everyone has been kind of having like, Craig was working out in the baseball team. Matt was showing us a concert. Brian was mini golfing. Damien was tea, and Hugo was on a afternoon field trip. And then Robert kind of showed us the other side of life, which I really like. But I'm out of time for this installment of Let's Play Dream Daddy. But I hope to see you next time where we go on our date with Joseph. So, I hope to see you guys then. Take care, everybody.